Right, so, and I apologise, you know, because I've just realised you can see the you can see the little camera. I've got uplights where I work, and not great for doing vids. So there's my masking fluid. It's still a bit wet, so I'm going to pop that over there to dry. So what's next? So I'm going to take my the board with the explosion on. So if you remember, I did all of my newspaper towards a single point, so it's got that effect of looking like a explosion. And for this one, I'm going to use acrylics, but so I'm going to do it a bit differently this one, because if I use the soft pastel and then I put the acrylic wash on it, it will just disappear. So I'm going to go behind me to the lab and grab a pencil, and then I'm going to draw in pencil my image. Now it's quite hard because your newspaper's all bitty witty, but don't be discouraged. Just work with it. I'll draw my wave, and you're not going to be able to get too much detail in, so don't over concern yourself. I always think when you're doing waves, the best thing to do is to just really think about the angles. I know, Erica, you're always getting on about triangles, and I am, but the one thing I love about waves is there's always a lot of triangles. So I've got a general idea of where everything is. I'm just hoping my cat doesn't come and, because it's feeding time. Right, so I've drawn on there. It's very faint, but I can just about see enough. If you want, you can use a watercolor pencil if you prefer, you know, if you want to see a bit more detail, and you can, that would be fine, because when you put the wash on, you will still be able to see the watercolor pencil. What I would say is don't press too hard, because you might get quite harsh lines. So gently draw it on. Right, so next I am going to have for you on Tuesday, the Tuesday you do this, some shot glasses. Unfortunately, they won't have tequila in them. Instead, you're going to put water in them, and then you are going to take your acrylics, and I'm going to start off with blue, and you are going to put a teeny tiny drop in. Did you see that? That was like, I didn't even press the whole of the pipette. It literally is a drop. And then, because I want to build this up, and then I'm going to give it a swirl. So you see it's turned blue. Then I'm going to do the same with the green. Drop, and then I'm going to give that a swirl. Then in this third one, I'm going to put in a drop of the green, a drop of the blue, boop, and a drop of the white. There we go, it's a bit stiff. A bit more white. Blop. Oh, come on. Get in there, you. Woo! Oh, my white's being naughty. Ooh. Come on, get in there. Right. Give that a swirl. So I've got a creamy aquamarine, an aquamarine, and a blue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move those across. I'm going to use a wedge brush for this one, she says. Get my painting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue, and I'm going to gently just tint it. So this will make the newspaper very wet. And I'm just doing the sky at the moment. Now it's very, very light because I'm going to build this colour up. Okay. And then I'm going to squirt out a bit of full blue. And then I'm just going to take that and really gently spread that on the top. So you see that's much darker blue. But what I want to do is, remember when we did the dry brush work, I'm going to take a different brush. I'm going to squeeze any excess water off it, and I'm going to slowly drag that across. Now I'm not put any more colour on there. If I can, I'm going to try and use a little bit more of the wash. So I'm mixing it not with water, but with the wash that I created in the, or you'll create in the shot glasses. So remember, at the top of my sky, my skyline, that's going to be darker. Now I'm going to just dry that brush off again. So I'll do it on the paper so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to squeeze it between my fingers to get rid of that excess. And then I'm going to drag that acrylic down. Okay. Okay. So that's my first bit of sky. Now I'm going to do my sea. The sea in this picture is much darker than the sky. And then the top of the wave is about the same colour as the sky. So what I've done, just to show you, is those are my washes, and then that's the dark blue, so that's the acrylic ink without any water, and that's the green acrylic ink without any water. So I've got my dark colours and my light colours. Okay. In terms of, do you remember when you were doing the study of the fruit and we were talking about the value? The value is darker when you don't add water to it. So I'm going to mix a little bit of blue and a little bit of green on my brush. Oh, that's too green. I want a bit more blue. And I'm going to drag it across. And then I'm going to take my blue wash and I'm going to take it down to that wave line. So I'm going to dry my brush and I'm going to pull that ink down. In I want to say North Yorkshire, I think it's the North Yorkshire School of Art every year. They actually have a competition, a painting on printed media art competition every year. And I think it's based in Whitby. Is that where the Scampi's from? Wherever the Scampi's from, I think it's Whitby. And a lot of the time they have nautical themes. People always seem to enter nautical themes, and it looks fabulous. They look fabulous. I'm just going to put a little bit more dark there. Okay. Now I'm gonna actually crack open my watercolours. So I've got different watercolours to you. You've got I think you've got pans and liquid. I can't remember off the top of my head, so I apologise. So I'm going to take some yellow ochre. And I'm going to start putting in. The reason I'm doing this first is because I want that to keep that focal point where that paper is drawing our eye to. So you can already see it's doing mad stuff on the newspaper. Now, I might have to build this. I might have to put more than one run of this. So what I might do is put a layer on and then put another glaze over, put another glaze over. Might not, it depends. I need to let this dry a little bit and have a look at how it's doing. But I like that. I'm just going to put a little bit of the light green wash on the sea up there. And I want to just carry that wash over there. Try and break that up a little bit. That line's a bit too hard. So one of the things I like about painting on newsprint is you can feel and see the fibres from the paper sort of starting to come through. It's very, very nice. Right, so next we need to start doing our wave. So our wave is a lighter colour. So I'm going to take some of my white acrylic, woo, and I'm going to pour it into, because I need quite a lot in there. Not that much though. In fact, I might use, rather than the acrylic, I think I'm going to actually use the acrylic paint for this. So that's the thing with mixed media. You can go nuts and add stuff. So I've got a little bit of white paint on my palette there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I'm going to darken that sea a little bit. Especially at the horizon. Just steady hand. And then just blend in that paint that I've put by dragging my brush down. There we go. Okay, right, so now I'm going to use a little bit more of the watercolour. I'm going to put some ultramarine on. Just build up that darkness. I'm using the round tip brush. I think I'm going to change brushes and use a wedge for a little bit with the, so I'm using more of a wedge. I'm going to put some lines in behind that wave. So one of the nice things about using a wedge is if you struggle with painting straight lines, if you use a wedge brush, it really does do all the hard heavy lifting for you. If you use a round head brush to paint lines, you've got to really have quite good coordination, and that is not one of my gifts. So I'm going to just paint that in. Now I'm going to put a bit of a wash down here. So I'm going to start to bring my wave in. darkness here. I'm going to add a little bit more of that wash. And drag it about. So even though it is very subtle, that's okay, because sometimes it's, you know, if you're, when you're painting and you're not quite sure where you're going to go with it, it's always a really good idea to sort of start off a bit like when you painting and drawing. I mean, to be honest, actually, weirdly enough, I saw an interview with Matisse the other day, and he said, I think drawing is exactly the same as painting, and I'm the same. When I draw, I go really slowly, and I must admit I do when I paint. So now I'm going to take some water and very lightly I'm going to put some white acrylic down. That's actually coming out. I'm going to put a little bit in the sky actually. So the other thing is one thing I don't really enjoy is I mean, everyone's different and you do you, but I don't really enjoy doing a hard copy of something. I like sort of creating my own version of what I'm seeing. So it's based on it, but it's not, it's not a realism, it's not hyper realistic, or I do like hyper realism, but I just don't enjoy painting it unless I'm not going to get interrupted for 3 months. Right, so I'm going to carry on painting this for a bit, and I'm going to stop the video, otherwise I'll be here forever. Okay, so this is my explosion, and there are bits I like about it. It's dry now. There are bits I like about it, and there are bits that I need to improve on. I've got a cloth because I'm going to do some dry brush work. I've got a wedge brush. I've got some acrylics from last night that I actually put in the fridge, keep them nice and fresh. And I've also got the watercolour, so I'm going to do a bit of both. So first of all, I want to put some darker. I'm looking at my reference picture of the wave, and I'm just going to put in some elements that I need to do a little bit more work on, because I just want to get some differentials in there between the dark and the light. So this is watercolour, ultramarine. Just going to drag that down. And then I actually, behind that wave, want to put a little bit more darkness here. I'm not using a lot of water. I'm using watercolours, but I'm using wet on dry, which means that your surface is dry and you're using a little bit of water, but not much, to be fair. Okay, now I'm going to bring in that acrylic cerulean. Just put a little bit more here. A little bit more on my wave. Just going to, and my highlights are very, very, very bright, so I want to calm them down a bit. And then I need to put my sea foam in as well. So I want to put in some lines. Now, what I'm going to do is on the side of the palette with the wedge, I'm going to put the paint on the brush, and then on the side of the palette, I'm going to take all the excess paint off. So there's not much paint on my brush, and my brush is sharper. So where I want to do little dabs of sea spray, and then I'm going to do the same thing again, but this time I'm going to load my brush with the cerulean. I'm just going to bite into that wave a little bit, break up that foam. Because like I said, the nice thing is if you can paint over things and get it more the shape you want. Take your time. You know, if you don't finish something one week, you can always go back to it the next. You don't have to do the exercises in any particular order. You don't have to do the same as everyone else. You can do whatever you want. Just going to break that up a little bit. Okay, now I want to put some sea spray. So at the front you get this foaminess, but before I do that, I want to just put in some blue that I'm going to put the white over, but then the blue will be poking out. A little bit darker. Ooh, not that dark. So I'm going to use a little bit of the ultramarine, but not too much, Erica. Okay. Drag that across a little bit. So it's going down the beach. And then I'm going to use a round tip brush. I actually want a smaller brush. I want a small brush. Oh. Sorry everyone. That's what I want. So I want a small round tip brush. Small round tip brush. And I'm going to start doing my sea foam. This brush is actually one of my old, a brush that I've used to put masking fluid on, and it's gone all hard. But it's quite good if you want to do something where you need to be, because the brush doesn't go soft when it gets wet. It's quite helpful when you're trying to do, there's a bit of a blob there. It's quite helpful when you're trying to do something that you need quite a lot of control with the brush. Okay, so I've started putting in my sea foam. I'm happier with my waves now. I'm just going to put in some little bits of white. So now I'm trying to slowly build up the white. So lots of dots. And then I think this is nearly done. Go nice and slow. And then at the front with the sea foam, it looks like it's white, but just check the image, because you'll see there's lots of different shades of blue in there and shades of yellow. So it really suits an impressionist, I think, an impressionist way of painting. You can take your time. So some of my newspaper's starting to bubble up. So what I've done is I've actually painted behind the newspaper. I've also added in some pale turquoise lines to the waves, trying to find those mid-tones. But using dots rather than, that needs more white. Using dots rather than lines or large strokes, because it's quite a messy choppiness to it. I'm just looking at that reference picture as well and trying to get some of the shapes, but not worrying too much. Just getting the suggestions. And then some places I like what the newspaper's doing, in other places it's a bit of a challenge to sort of work the folds in, but it's good. It's nice to paint. As I say, you do it however you want to do it. Looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Now I'm just going to put some more, even though I removed them earlier, I'm actually now going to go back in and put some more highlights in that wave. But I'm going to try and do them more delicately. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to start going back over my larger one now. So I'm flicking between the three so I don't overpaint one. Keeping me on the straight and narrow. All right. So I think that's done. I do quite like that, I have to say. I love the way I love this part especially, the skyline. And that makes me think about, actually this would be quite an interesting experiment to replicate with actually painting moors rather than the sea. Just do a little bit more actually. Stop painting, Erica. There we go. Okay. Right, thank you.